Hi guys. So Zigging as I am having a extremely rough night. I just got back from an event and I don't know, like I had a little panic attack kind of situation. Uh I wanna talk about I wasn't gonna film this. This wasn't planned at all. I just got back from an event and I had a panic attack on my way back. And I was talking about something that I'm going through with Vishwas, and it just escalated in a way. And he dropped me back to my place, and I had to calm myself down. I changed and I felt like I should talk about it on my YouTube. Stupid. But I don't, if you are my friend, like if you're in my circle, even you know that I don't usually talk about all this, like what I'm going through and everything. And so the only way I feel like I can talk about it is when I'm talking to myself, which is when I'm looking at myself in the camera and I know that this, like, I know the reaction I'm getting because it's me. So I want to talk about um how, when you're going through something, how do you not necessarily get over it, but like the process of getting over it, like what's working for me. I feel like I want to share it, uh because we're just having a conversation at this point, but this is what is working for me and this is what isn't. So I'm gonna tell you like a little timeline. I'm not gonna talk about what's happening, not yet, but I'm gonna talk about the timeline of like everything that's happening. So this started in February of this year. So Feb of this year this started, and the most rough patches I had of like in this entire sequence was in the March and April, and then in July. Yes, in July and August. So that's where I had the most tough parts of like this entire thing. I had like I think I was depressed in a way. I did not get it like clinically, whatever, diagnosed or whatever. But I just knew, and like Vishwas knew because he was around me, and it was pretty obvious that I was going through it. And I think for me, what worked best was um, having someone who didn't give up. Now, in this situation, that is, of course, Vishwas. I don't know if I'm going to even post this, but I really want to just let it all out because there's just so much that's going inside my head that I feel like every now and then I need to get it out. And so this is literally what I'm trying to do right now. So I think what worked for me, like I said, was having someone who didn't give up on me. And that was definitely Vishwas, because even though like my family was also going through the same thing, we weren't like necessarily talking about it. So we weren't necessarily talking about it, and I needed to let it out somewhere. And Vishwas was there every day with me because we work together and also because we're dating. And I think the fact that he stood by me like a fucking rock really, really helped me, because even though, like I said, like those few months where I was literally like rock bottom vibes, he was still there and he believed that I can get out of it. Like, I can't even tell you guys how bad those days were, because I would have an anxiety attack like thrice a day, and it was so annoying because it would go on for like 15 to 20 minutes where I would just cry, howl, and be extremely weird. Um, and that man stood by and he was like, no, we're gonna get through this. Of course, there were days when he was also like, you know what's happening, but the I think the most amount of days he was like just like there and he was like, no, we're gonna get through this. And I think that's what worked for me. And also, like, eventually I started to get over it on my own. I think I'm still not over it. Of course, I'm not, because it will take me a while before I can totally get over it. But I think I am definitely way better than where I was like in March or April. I was in a very, very bad place. I know for a fact that it was it was nasty. It was a very, very disgusting place. And now that I think back, I now that I'm talking about it, I feel like when I started recording this, I was feeling extremely emotional and still feeling extremely heavy, but now I'm feeling a little relaxed that if I could get over that, where I had no faith that I'm gonna get over this, or no faith that I'm gonna make out of this. Once again. So yeah, where I thought that I cannot get over this at all. And if I could get over that, then I feel like I can get over anything in the world. Like whatever may come, I will deal with it. So I think for today's episode of how to get over something extremely traumatic in your life, I will eventually share. I will, but I need time to accept that it happened, accept that this is the reality now. Just know that this is one of those episodes where we're going to talk about what is working out for me. And for now, the conclusion of this episode, because I've been talking for 8 minutes, what the fuck, is that having people, or having even that one person who believes that you can get out of it. Because at that point where I was like, I felt like I cannot get over it. I felt like that there's no way out of it. Genuinely, I had no faith in myself. I'm laughing because it's अब क्या करें, coping mechanism बन गया है. But sorry for this inverter ka noise, but having even that one person really helps. So this is the conclusion: to have the right kind of people around you, to having like genuine people around you, even if that is your mother, father, sister, best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, helper, I don't know, anyone. That one person really makes a difference. That's the episode for today. And thank you, because I feel much, much, much better. I will see you next time. Good night.